All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Well, this is exciting. Football player from Connecticut made it to the big leagues. The Dallas Cowboys selected New Haven native Tyler Booker in the first round of the NFL draft last night. Big congrats to him and his family. And we're going to have much more about that in just about 10 minutes. But good morning and happy Friday to you. Thanks for starting yours off with us, America Arias.
And I'm Rachel Piscatelli. Yeah, exciting news to come out of the NFL draft and exciting news to come out of the weather department this morning. It is going to be another beautiful day. And meteorologist Sam Samperi is here to deliver it for us.
Glad to be here with you ladies. And yes, and also glad to be here to bring in some nice weather this week, right?
Do it, yeah. You've been delivering good news, Sam.
But unfortunately, the weekend's coming, and I do have to be the bearer of some bad news, and that would be tomorrow's rainfall. But let's not get there yet. Temperatures this morning are in the 50s. We do have clouds around today. So even though it's going to be warmer, we will be dealing with a mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures much warmer this morning, good 10 degrees warmer thanks to that southwest wind, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Visibility not an issue. Again, we do have some clouds, a couple light showers in Massachusetts, but that's about it. The warm front's up to our north, so we're in the warm sector today. Waves of low pressure will be coming at us for tomorrow. So for today, a mix of sun and clouds, and high temperatures this afternoon will be topping out in the upper 70s to near 80 in inland areas. And the wind will be out of the south in about 5 to 15 miles per hour. Thus, 82 Windsor locks, but only 66 Groton and London with that ongoing sea breeze, especially this afternoon. Coming up, I will detail how much rain we get tomorrow. We do dry out on Sunday, but much colder. And what about next week? How long does the cool air last? I'll be back in a few minutes, and we'll talk about that on your Fox 61 7-day forecast in a few minutes. 6 o'clock hour, Friday morning. And how are we doing on that traffic, Rachel?
Sam, we're still following this overturned tractor trailer. This has been out here over in Southbury for about 3 to 4 hours at this point. So eastbound 84 between 15 and 16. We know that 2 lanes are blocked, the center and the right lane this morning. So it is slow to get by. And as volume does pick up in the area, I am expecting to see a little bit more of a delay. Your drive times, though, right now on the westbound side, that looks okay as you're traveling from Waterbury into New York at 55 minutes. No delays southbound 95, northbound 95, or eastbound 84 from Hartford into Massachusetts. Well, at 6:02, police believe that the car that crashed into a building and caused part of it to collapse may have been speeding.
Yeah, 4 young people, including 3 brothers, died in yesterday's crash. One of them was just 15 years old. Fox 61's Glenn Kittle is joining us live from Cherry Street and Maple Ave with what we know so far about these victims. Glenn, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Rachel, Erica. Yesterday, we were out here all morning covering the crews removing that car from the rubble. Now, this is what across the street from Hernandez Market looks like today. A memorial set up to honor and remember the 4 people who died. Police say the victims are 20-year-old Caden Torres, 25-year-old Nelson Torres, and 15-year-old Noel Torres, who are brothers. 20-year-old John Haven Pushka also died. Investigators say their car crashed into Hernandez Market on the corner of Maple Avenue and Cherry Street at around 1 Thursday morning. The impact caused the building to partially collapse on top of the car. It's still early in the investigation, but the Waterbury police chief told us he looked at surveillance video of the crash and believes speed will play a factor in this investigation. People who live and work in the area told us people do speed down Cherry Street, and community members also say this is a tragic loss for the city.
I was impressed and shocked because of everything shattered, you know. I've been here for 4 years now, and that's where I started my business. It's sad to see all of this happening, you know, and it's more sad to know that those people passed away.
They need speed bumps. The light is obviously doing no good because everybody tries to beat the light. So many lives are being taken because of the recklessness of other people, which is not fair to the family.
Connecticut Department of Transportation data shows there have been 68 traffic deaths in our state so far this year. That's down from this time last year when there were already 91 deaths. Waterbury police say there was no one in the part of the building that collapsed, and they are still going to investigate what caused the crash. Live in Waterbury, Glenn Kittle, Fox 61.
Glenn, thanks so much for the update there. Sad news for sure. Well, a middle school staff member in Hamden is on leave after the district says inappropriate pictures of them were found online. Hamden Middle School administration says students discovered the images of a staff member on an adult website and then shared them amongst each other. Additionally, a member of the administration filed a report with DCF on Monday. Parents say they were surprised to hear middle school students are the ones who discovered the photos.
Back in a time, we would never think about something like this unless like we are high school kids or even like older. But right now, with the technology and everything is going on, no, kids know so much, way more than their age. And of course, that's 100% a very big distraction for the kids.
Now, in a letter that was sent home to parents from Hamden Middle School's principal, it says, quote, "Be advised that the employee who is alleged to have been in the images has been placed on leave while we conduct an investigation," end quote. In Groton, a homeowner and their dog are without a home. Their home was destroyed in an early morning fire yesterday. Fortunately, though, they did make it out safely. Fox 61's Jamel Johnson talked with a neighbor about what she saw.
12:01 a.m. That's the time first responders received a call about a fire on North Road. And neighbors tell me it felt like hours before it was finally put out.
They weren't like reaching the sky, but I mean, you looked in the house. I mean, you could just see it was just flames everywhere. You know, you just knew there was going to be no saving anything in that house.
That's how Vicki Driscoll described her next door neighbor's house Thursday morning. You can see the aftermath of the fire. All that's left of the home is charred. Vicki says the fire woke her up.
I heard some popping. I didn't know what it was, and I opened up my bed because I was in bed, and I opened up my bedroom curtain, and yeah, the house was engulfed.
She says it was like a scene straight out of a movie.
25, 26 years ago, probably.
But reality for Vicki started settling in.
If you see those trees on the side, all I kept thinking was, all it's going to take is one spark. So I did what most women did. I panicked and I screamed to myself, and I'm like, what am I going to do? Because then you start thinking, what if I have to evacuate? What if I have to get out of here? Located the key, I knew where that was, and just put it out on the kitchen table in case I had to dash out.
Luckily for Vicki, the flames didn't reach her house, but it put into perspective how important it is to have a plan.
You can have a plan, and then when the reality hits, you have to like calm yourself down, because all the plan goes right out your head and you're like, flee.
Vicki's house was built by her father in 1958. She says the home next door was built by a family friend that same year.
Because I was home for 2 years with COVID.
The house isn't just where the next door neighbor lives, it's a part of her childhood.
We remembered coming up here and painting little things and picking up nails. And I mean, we literally were here while they were building these houses. So they mean a lot.
Now, Groton police say no one was hurt, and firefighters are still investigating the cause of the fire. In Groton, Jamel Johnson, Fox 61.
Jamel, thank you. The lights are out at a West Haven school because a squirrel started a fire. Here's Fox 61's Stephen Reels with the details.
Yeah, if you take a look behind me, you can see that Kerrigan Intermediate School has had some of its power restored, but not all of it. And a school spokesperson said this all happened while students were already at the school, and it was a very interesting domino effect of events that led us to where we are now. It all started when a squirrel got into contact with a power line, then it fell onto a transformer, and that caused a small fire incident in an unused portion of the school area. The students were then taken outside while the West Haven Fire Department quickly got the situation under control, according to the district, and the district stresses that at no point was there any threat of safety to the staff or its students. And while the district thought full power would be restored by the end of the day, that was not the case. Students and staff did return inside the building, but the third floor still did not have power. As a result, classes were dismissed early, and the district said in a statement on Facebook that a new circuit breaker will need to be installed. As a result, classes here will be canceled on Friday, but the district believes and fully expects that classes will resume as normal on Monday. In West Haven, Stephen Reels, Fox 61.
Stephen, thank you. Several Connecticut lawmakers pushed back against the Trump administration over the dismissal of AmeriCorps volunteers and staff. The program supports thousands of Americans every single year with disaster relief, and it also mentors students and works with nonprofits. So in a joint statement from U.S. Representative John Larson, Joe Courtney, and Senators Richard Blumenthal and Chris Murphy, they say, quote, AmeriCorps' hard-working volunteers across Connecticut have supported a variety of critical needs in our state, from disaster recovery to public health outreach to youth mentoring. Trump and Musk are recklessly decimating community programs with proven success. Another gut punch to dedicated public servants, end quote.
Police are investigating a bold art theft at the Terryville Public Library. The thief stole 3 collage pieces by artist Steve Parlato right off the walls. The library says the pieces were originally framed about 18 by 24 inches, but the thief may have removed them from their frames, which could make them smaller and easier to hide or sell. Police also just sent out photos of the suspects. They believe these 2 men likely took the artwork. If you recognize them or see someone with the artwork, you are asked to contact police right away.
New Haven native Tyler Booker is headed to the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas selected him 12th overall in the 2025 NFL Draft last night. The Alabama Crimson Tide offensive lineman played college football for 3 years before he declared for the draft.